Comedy partnership behind classics like Hancocks Half Hour.
Yes, the writing duo Alan Simpson and Ray Galton are considered the godfathers of the British sitcom. They work with such greats as Frankie Howerd. Sid James, of course, created the dream partnership of rag and bone father and son, steptoe and son.
And we're very privileged because we have with us one part of that comedy duo, Alan Simpson.
Morning.
Let's delve into
Good
comedy
morning.
history. Hello to
Hello.
you. Where's your partner then?
Well, I think he's in bed. He's one of those, he doesn't operate till about 11 in the morning.
Gets you
He
to
sends
the
his
part.
apologies.
Does he? Okay, well, it's lovely
Was
to
that the
see
same
you.
when you were writing together then?
Well, no, it was the other way around in those days. I used to turn up late and he was already there, you know, doing all the the fingers on the table and all this.
Really? So you're catching
But as the years went on, we changed, we changed sides. I'm the prompt one now and he's always late.
Where did you meet each other? How did this all get
Well,
started?
it's a long time ago now. We were 18, which, believe me, was a long time ago. And we met in a sanatorium. We were both strapped down with the dreaded white man's plague in those days, tuberculosis and TB, yeah. And, Ray was already in the sanatorium and I turned up about a year after I was taken ill, and about a year later I was sent to the sanatorium. That's where we met.
And did you knock ideas around between
Well, it was, neither of us had had any experience of show business at all. You know, none of our families, or we were complete virgins. And there was a radio system in the sanatorium called Radio Milford Sanatorium in Surrey. And we were elected onto the radio committee. We were, say, 18 years old. And we used to look at comedy a lot. You know, both Ray and I were fans of the British Forces Network in Germany. Used to broadcast over here. You know, we used to get all the American shows and listen to Jack Benny, Bob Hope, all these people. So we were fans. And we got onto the radio committee and we said, you know, this is just like a little BBC, except nobody does any comedy shows. So the rest of them said, well, go on then, do it. So we said, all right, we will. So we agreed to write 6 15-minute little sketches taking the mickey out of sanatorium life. And we dried up after 4, and that was it. We thought that was our career finished.
Well, how did you get involved with
Well, we wrote a letter to Frank Muir and Dennis Norton, who were the gods. They were the governors, asking if when we came out of the sanatorium, could we be their office boys or make the tea for them so that we could watch how they work, you see. And they sent a charming letter back, which virtually were giving us the elbow in the nicest possible way. You know, they said that the best thing we could do if we wanted to get in is to write a script and send it in to the script editor of the BBC, a fellow called Gail Pedrick. He said, I remember them saying, we know that he is avid for new writers. So we thought, right, one of these days we'll do that. And a year went past and we were both sent home from the sanatorium. And I'd been a member of a concert party, one of the amateur concert party at St Olave's Church in Mitcham. And they got back in touch with me and said, you come back? And I said, well, I can't really, because I'm ill and I'm not supposed to do anything. So we've got any ideas that week. So I got in touch with Ray and he came over and we wrote some sketches with the concert party. And having got back together, we wrote a script, sent it in to Gail Pedrick, who wrote back a lovely letter saying, do not read more into this than appears on the surface, but we were thoroughly amused by your work. Well, I mean, that was it. The letter, British Broadcasting Corporation.
You made then.
I mean, if nothing ever happened, we could save the rest of our life. And I remember getting a bus and going over to Ray's. He lived in Malden, and running down the road with a paper like Chamberlain coming back from Munich, you know.
Well, I wonder if one of those sketches ended up... We're going to have another, because we enjoyed the last one, another look.